have a look at our environment here. So we'll just look at the nodes. One master, 4 worker nodes, and currently nothing running on the array or on the cluster. Everything's very clean and ready to go. So let's install Pure Service Orchestrator for the first time. Let's take a look at my configuration file. About as basic as it can be. What we need is the IP address and the API token for the array, and now we're ready to install. So we'll do Helm install, and this is for my M70 in my environment. So we'll do Helm install, give it a name, Pure Service Orchestrator, the location. So now we have the driver, the Flex driver, and the provisioner pod up and running. We can deploy an application, so we will do create app. This is done. Hopefully, get a PVC. So we can see that we have 2 volumes created for Redis, one for the master, one for the slave. And each of these volumes we should be able to search much better. We'll cut that out. So if we look at our storage volumes, now we should be able to search and see. Also, I have a namespace created for this demo, so we can see 2 volumes that are created. We can see the node that they are attached to and any statistics that they may have. So now let's look back at my application. Well, I also have this M50 up here, so let's see if we can easily add that to our pool of storage resources. So let's look at Pure-2. There we go. Now you can see we have both arrays, so let's install that. So with one command of Helm, we'll upgrade Pure Service Orchestrator. SF Pure. Oops. Gotta have this first. Pure Flash Pure Kate. This is the path to the repo for Pure Service Orchestrator's Helm chart. F Pure 2x. Go. All right. Looks like it worked. Still running there. And we can check our config map. See that we have the M50 and the M70 installed, so that's good. Now let's deploy an application. Let's do the same app, but it's got a new name, so we're going to just redeploy it in a new place. App 2. I can see that everything's created there. The claim 2 for app 2 is created. Applications are up and running, so this is the brand new Redis servers. There's some front ends as well. So let's see if we take this name here, we should be able to search it on the M50. Let's see if it's on here. No. Okay, is it on the M70? Yes. So what that is the smart provisioning actually deciding to use the resources on the M70 through its provisioning. Smart provisioning is deciding there's more capacity for performance and physical, storage capacity, so the new volumes were provisioned there. So how do we make sure that we are able to choose where it can go, using a label or a policy. So let's look at that. We'll do that through labels in our configuration. Now you can see I've added, this is a key value store, so this is arbitrary that we've made up a rack, that's saying the racks it's in, but also a more functional service that may be used through Kubernetes is the ability to see its failure domains. So we're going to tag each array in a failure domain, and just because we want to be able to provide that end-to-end experience just like a public cloud to our customers or to the developers who would be deploying the application, we're actually going to provide that same ability in Kubernetes via the compute node. So this is built into Kubernetes, and we're just matching the storage ability to that. So if we do nodes and we do show labels, you can see that my actual compute nodes are labeled. 2 of them are west, 2 of them are east. So if we look at our application, we can see that, hey, we're actually selecting the affinity for each application to use a compute node in the east and storage in the east. So now if we upgrade Helm, now we've seen all that, we're going to do Helm upgrade Pure Service Orchestrator, plugin, and we can check our config map again. Zones. So let's create the application to match that. So we're going to kube control create -f app -labels go, and if we get PVC, we see that the new label pods are created. So let's just make sure the app is running. Well, at least it thinks it is, so that's good. Now let's take this name from the label and let's search that on the M50. There it is, demo attached to 05, and just to be sure, it did not create on the M70. So what we've done is through the selection, through the selectors basically for compute and for storage, by using an availability zone, we're able to specify it to basically install on the M50. That concludes the demo of upgrading and installing Helm, Pure Service Orchestrator using Helm and taking advantage of labels and smart provisioning. Thank you.